Hello, my crafty friends. Do you have way too much scrap paper and it's too cute to throw away, yet what are you doing with it? This video is for you. Are you ready for step one? The first thing I want you to do is cut a piece of cardstock. This one is called Secret Sea Color Cardstock, and we are gonna cut it at 8.5 by 5.5, and then guess what? Score it at 4 1/4. The next thing I want you to do is a layer. I'm using Timid Tiger cardstock at 5 1/4 by 4. And this is gonna be a pretty layer for our card. Then the next thing, look how flimsy. This is white copy scrap paper, whatever you have on hand. It is not cardstock, so I want you to know that. And this I want you to cut at 5 and then 3 3/4. And this is what we're gonna start with to do our project. And then you see all my pretty scraps? Hello, my pretties. I want you to cut them in widths of 1/4 and widths of 1/2. And do a combination of the solid cardstock with your designer series paper. Step 2, we're gonna work with this little piece of copy paper and all our strips, and we're just gonna adhere all our strips down. So whether you've got, I think I told you to cut them like at 6 inches long. This one might be a little different. You could do it this way, you could do it on an angle, or you could do it this way. Whatever you want to do in the whole wide world. You can even pre-select what colors, like make your pattern is what I'm trying to say. Whatever you think is so pretty for you. So let's go ahead. I am going to use some glue. I have some leftover strips, and then all these have lined up. I'm gonna flip them over. You can see I used my Silicone Craft Sheet to make sure I don't get glue everywhere. Then I wanna come in, you're gonna turn your little copy paper over, and you're gonna use it as a template as we cut off anything in excess. And there's your pretty layer. Your step 2 is to get out your dies. I'm using the Stylish Shapes dies because I've got squares, I've got circles, I've got banners, and you're gonna see we use all of these in our video, in our card. So I'm gonna use the square, you guys, and I'm gonna die cut this out for us. And then what I want you to do is save the part you cut out because we're going to use that. So there's our moving parts. The next thing we're gonna do is die cut a banner. And I want you to have 2 nesting sizes like we have here. And the larger one you're gonna cut in a color to coordinate with your designs. And then I used this short squatty one, and we're gonna cut off one edge of both so it works. So here's this short squatty one, and I want you to cut it on white, all right? So you know I've got the mini cut and emboss machine. It's so portable. I love it. You can see in connection with my hand how tiny it is. Here are our die cut banners. You will definitely use up a bunch of your scraps when you use this card idea. I'm going to bring in my Silicone Craft Sheet. Here is the stamp set I'm using, Simply Said. You saw me use it last week. Now you see how it says happy birthday and it's in one horizontal line? I actually cut mine because I wanted it to fit the banner. I'm huffing on my, and watch what I did. Ta-da! And I can put it right back together and make it long again. Did you even know you could do that? All right, so we've got our pretty stamped banner. And what I would like to do is cut off this edge, just the part with the point. And then this one, I'd already cut off the point because I want the banners to be straight and not banner-esque on both sides. All right, let's glue this down. See how much of the blue banner you want sticking out the end? Because this flat side, we can adjust that. That will be a piece of cake to cut it off, depending how short or how long we want it, you know? Tell me below, have you ever seen this technique before? Let's get on to step 4. Here we go. I'm gonna adhere the pretty layer down. Now, if you are on my email list, you already have all the measurements, and I hope you're crafting along with me because it is so fun for me to see your projects, to see that you've actually used what you've learned with the video. Now, one thing, I'm using the dimensionals right now, so I'm going to show you. Here's where some part of the fun comes in. All right, instead of laying it like this and making it just elevated, I'm going to turn it. So it's going in the polar opposite direction, and that is your technique, is one, to cut it out and pop it up, yes, but also to turn it. So you've got a little bit of some fun going on. Then I want to decide, where do we want this? Where do we want our banner? So we've got some options, really. We could put the card this way. We could put it this way, and I think I will, and have my banner come off the top there. So I'm also going to pop up the banner. Here I go. Did I glue that down? I did. So let me just get some poppy-uppies. Not even a word. All right, after we've used the pop-ups, it is time to adhere down our layer to the base of the card. So you can use your Stampin' Seal, you can use glue, but adhere that layer down to the base. And then we can have some fun with it and start with our pretty decorating and where we're gonna put our banner. All the supplies I'm using today can be found on my online store. I'll put the link below. And remember me, please remember me when shopping for craft supplies. Your orders help support these videos. I'm gonna put the banner all the way to the end. Yep, I like that. It's time for the fun stuff. It's time for us to start decorating. So I've made us a bow with the iridescent ribbon. I've got the matchy-matchy bling, if you will. So let's go ahead, let's use a glue dot to adhere our bow down. Ooh, I like that side better, so I'm gonna stick it on this side. Do we want it there? Yep, I'm gonna put it here. I put it just below the popped up square. And then we're gonna put our little pretties, I think a piece of, yeah, that looks beautiful. You could put as many or as little. Just remember odd numbers. You want 1, 3, or 5. So tell me before if you've seen this technique before, and tell me below if you're going to make one of these cards. Here's some more samples for you. You can see when we change the colors how beautifully and how different they all look. Even when we change the shapes, here's a square, here's a circle, you can still do the technique. And then I've got one that's even different, this one. So with this one, you do not need the little copy paper. You would skip that part and put your strips, your scrap paper, directly onto your pretty cardstock. But then the rest of the technique, the rest of the card making is exactly the same. Do you have a favorite color pattern? I hope you do. Thank you for crafting along with me. Want the measurements to craft along with me next week? All you need to do is join my email list and just let me know below, and you will also find my ordering link below or in my bio. Hope you had so much fun. Thanks, you guys. Bye now.